welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddy Ryan Ennis. Ryan, how you doing this evening, man?
Chillin', man. I can't really complain. Getting ready for my vacation in a little over a day and a half.
You excited?
Fuck yeah, bro.
I
Absolutely.
those like special rooms that you're going to on that cruise, like the not the snow room, but it was the other one. Like they just looked awesome.
Oh, the Himalaya. Yeah, there's a Himalayan salt room. There's fucking steam rooms. Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
would
awesome.
like just chill out in the salt room.
Oh, I'm just gonna do I'm gonna be there all day, every day that we're not in port.
They're going to have to kick you out.
Yep, yep. That's kind of the plan.
That's awesome,
Uh,
man. You deserve you and your wife to get away for a little while.
yeah, I'm not much of a gambler, so I got no use for the casino.
Oh, they do have one?
Yeah, yeah, that's a huge drawing point.
Well, I don't know if you saw, this is kind of off topic wrestling wise, but the Supreme Court, I think it was this past week, let it where the states can handle sports gambling now.
Yeah,
And from everything I heard, like New Jersey's gonna have theirs ready to roll and be able to bet on professional sports other than like gambling, like playing casinos by like next weekend.
yeah, that's some shit, bro.
Like that's gonna really hurt Vegas.
Oh, absolutely,
Like I told
absolutely.
my
It's
mom the other day, because in New Jersey you don't have to go to casinos. You can like go on their websites, and as long as you live in the state, you can gamble online. And I said if my dad was alive, he would have lost his house because he loved to play the slots and the cards and all that shit.
yeah. I'm not happy. I'm not a big gambler. The few times in my life I wish I could gamble, you know about.
Yes, the Ronda
Ru-
Rousey fight, which I like. I wanted to like cry after that.
I told a lot of people to bet money on that, and people didn't want to fucking.
The first Rousey fight that she lost, we're
Yeah,
referring to,
yeah, Holly Holm.
which I'll never forget it because as soon as I saw the end of the fight, I messaged you. I was like, "You motherfucker!"
Yeah, yeah. I had Holm by knockout, and I believe, like, if I would have put money on it, I believe, like, whatever I was looking to put money on, I just couldn't get to Jersey to do it because a lot of people would just go over into Jersey, bet the money, and
Come back.
so long as they were in Jersey. I don't know how they got around not living in Jersey, but a lot of people did it.
I'm not
Okay,
sure.
because I know a bunch of people who bet on UFC that way.
That's interesting.
So I don't know. But yeah, I definitely wish I had gotten into betting for those fights, cause yeah, that would have been a lot of money.
Oh yeah, you would have won a ton of money. My mom used to do the off track betting, like on
Okay.
horses and stuff, because
Yeah.
uh, the Kentucky Derby. She used to do like the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont. Just because they're usually the big three, and then sometimes she would go and once in a while because there's like tracks obviously in the state, and you could like watch them live. She would do that. It used to be in the next town over, but it went under, so now she doesn't do it anymore. That's true,
Yeah.
Lance. I don't know if you're familiar with the NHL, but Las Vegas has a expansion team, and they're in the conference finals. They're like, I think like 6 wins away from winning the cup. And he was just saying, imagine if they win the cup, it has to be huge odds.
Yeah. Yeah, I yeah, that's just I don't know how the fucking expansion team is basically about to get into the championship.
They just build it really well.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know.
I know what you mean, though.
I'd like to sit down with somebody who could truly tell me how an expansion draft works. Because I know certain players have to be
Unprotected. Like
yeah,
each
and to me,
team lets X amount of players vulnerable to be picked.
so that means it's completely within the realm of possibility for like a superstar to be gone,
Correct. If they don't, because
get tagged.
yeah, because like you're only allowed to protect X amount of players.
Huh, that's crazy.
Okay, here's Lance with the answer. Teams are only allowed to keep 9 players, and no one under 24 years of age can be picked.
Huh, interesting.
That's what I thought. But I got some news I was telling you about. I looked it up as we went live. For those that aren't aware, during the All In show in Chicago, they are having what is called Starrcast. It's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from August 30th to Sunday, September 2nd. And there's different like events going on each day.
Huh.
Like I'm looking at it right now. Like Bruce Pritchard's podcast will be there. Eric Bischoff's, Tony Schiavone. Oh God, they're on the one night they're having an hour and a half of karaoke with Marty Scurll.
That sounds like it's worth the ticket alone.
Yeah, and then there's like all kind of different things. Like they have Botchamania with Tony Schiavone.
Well, hold on. As Jim Ross would say, after over a year and a half working for the company, Marty Scurll.
Yeah. Oh, cool. They're gonna Jerry Lawler and Terry Funk are gonna be there.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they're having on the Friday before the show a War Games retrospective with J.J. Dillon, Tully Blanchard, Lex Luger, and Animal from the Road Warriors.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they have all the people that are going to be there yet. And I'll tell you, I'll tell everybody. Obviously, Marty, Scurll, the Bucks, Cody are going to be there. Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac, Terry Funk, DDP, Christian, Bischoff, Pritchard, Conan, Jeff Jarrett, Lex Luger. Here's a weird one. Matt Cohen and Macaulay Culkin.
I don't know who Matt Cohen is. I know who Macaulay Culkin is.
Yeah. Billy Gunn, Road Warrior Animal, Lawler, Schiavone, Dillon, Blanchard, Colt Cabana, Sean Mooney, Dutch Mantell. I don't know who this is. Ron Funches?
Huh, yeah, I know the name. I don't know who it is, though.
Okay, David Penzer, the Young Bucks' dad is going to be there.
Oh, man, now I have to get tickets.
Because it has his name, and then in quotations it says Papa Buck.
Maybe it's Pat Buck.
Let's see who else. Teddy Long, Ron Simmons, Jay Lethal, Wade Keller and Bruce Mitchell, the Meanie, Ellsworth. Man, there's a ton of people. Hurricane Helms, Disco Inferno as I shake my head. Shane Douglas, Mikey Wimpreck, Medusa. Wow, Foley's kid's gonna be there.
Who, Dewey?
Noel.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be Dewey.
Leva Bates, Robbie E. They have a dog that's appearing, Pharaoh.
Okay.
I don't know what that's about. I guess that's like an inside joke on one of their things.
I have no idea, but now I want to meet this dog. Now I have to go.
Yeah, Kevin Sullivan's there. Meltzer's gonna be there. You'll get a kick out of this one. The ghost of Joey Ryan. I don't get what that's about, but it just sounds funny.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
Mia Yim, Brian Cage, Moose, Santana Garrett, Chelsea Green, who used to be in Impact as, what was her name in Impact? Do you remember?
Not a clue.
It's the one that wore the wedding dress.
Oh, Laurel.
Yeah, Laurel Van Ness. Thank you.
Bro, that's fucking somehow
Somehow you pulled that out.
No, that's Zack Ryder's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, she's fucking amazing, bro.
Let's see here. Joey Mercury, Mandy Lyon, Jimmy Jacobs, Magnum TA, and Tessa Blanchard. That's all who are announced.
Now, that's all for the thing beforehand?
Yeah, that's like this convention.
That's awesome. See, Cody was just on the Edge and Christian podcast, and this was just in the last couple of days. So, one of the things he said is he expected to sell maybe 4,000 or 5,000 the first month, and then as they would slowly release more matches as they get closer, hopefully reach the
they could sell out.
Yeah. He said he got the phone call after 29 minutes.
Yeah, that's
that it
crazy.
had sold out.
Oh, and by the way, Lance said that Joey Ryan got killed, in quotation marks, at a UK show.
Oh.
So that's where that whole Ghost of Joey Ryan thing is coming about. But dude, I said that's a hell of an accomplishment to sell out a 10,000 seat venue in like 30 minutes that's not WWE.
Well, one of the things is he said that they hadn't even touched their advertising budget from their sponsors when they sold out. So they said like now they have a lot of extra money to do things because originally they weren't sure about even streaming it. And I don't think there's been a decision yet on if it's going to be streamed.
I haven't heard anything.
But he said if the demand, like he did this, like the whole idea behind this was for the demand, like, you know, was to give wrestling fans what they wanted, like to give wrestling fans an alternative.
Yeah.
And if there's a demand for it, then they're going to see what they can do.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Like Lance just said,
I'd like to see it.
Yeah, like Lance just said, it's an exciting time for indie wrestling's future.
Yeah, I mean, especially if, like, there is any kind of return of Punk in any kind of wrestling capacity, yeah, people are going to want to see that.
Yeah, well, I think, I don't know if it was you I was talking to, it might have been somebody else, that regardless if he wins or loses this fight, he can, like, get out of his UFC deal.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I had heard. I don't know how true that is.
It's very possible, especially if he loses. You know, I mean, that may be one of those things that Dana was just like,
all right, the like sideshow or the, you know what I mean, is over.
I mean, big name guys have been let go for losing, so I mean, like, it wouldn't be that out of the ordinary.
No, I agree.
So I mean, they can only bring in so many guys with like a no record.
I haven't heard, Lance, if they're streaming it yet or how much the price is, because he was asking how much it's going to run all in, because he would pay for it.
Oh, they haven't announced it, yeah. But whatever it is, exactly. I'm pretty sure somebody on Reddit would be streaming it, because Reddit's the kind of group of people they're going to be looking for. Like, that's where like the smart marks are. That's where I find a lot of my stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what did you think about the shirt that I sent you that one of my friends came up with?
Which one?
The Smart Mark shirt that I sent you?
I vaguely remember really liking a Smart Mark shirt, but I don't remember what was on it.
It was the one that was making the playoff of Marky Mark and the Fun
There
Bunch.
You go. Yeah. Funky Bunch, but yeah.
Which
Marky
was like,
Smart, yeah.
I laughed for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was one of the ones where I was just like, this made me laugh.
Which is kind of hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, because a lot of wrestling stuff can be fucking cheesy as shit.
Well, I must say, I saw the Impact stuff that you sent me with Falaba and Kevin Matthews. That was hysterical.
Yeah, no, that shit is so funny. I only just started coming across your stuff. It may actually just been today was the first time I ever seen those vignettes, because they have a couple of them.
Right, where Kevin Matthews is cleaning up Falaba, where he's like washing his hair and trying to clean him up to make him look presentable.
Well, the whole angle was originally he came out just calling him a fat pig and all of this other stuff. That was like a month ago. And then like he apologized to Fala. And then one was helping Fala lose weight. That's what that whole beginning of that thing was. Like, oh, Fala, I don't even see you. You lost so much weight. Because there's a video of like Fala running while Kevin is driving and Kevin's eating all junk food.
Yeah. I said to me, and I messaged Sunil this, I said the funniest part of that entire video to me is when Kevin is like walking with Falaba with this like trying to look cool with like the smug face. It's so funny.
Yeah. No, that whole video I cracked up at.
If
just
our listeners haven't
nuances.
seen it, go on Impact's Facebook. You can find it. I think they just put it up the other day, right?
I think they just put it up right when I sent it to you.
Oh,
I think
okay.
It was only,
so it's just recently been put up. I'd definitely check it out. Falaba is a funny dude.
Well, that was on last night's Impact.
Okay. Because I caught bits and pieces. I didn't really see a lot, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, no. I guess knowing what happened at the tapings, right after Pentagon won the title, what happened the next night, I kind of like lost interest immediately.
Yeah, you checked out.
Yeah, I was like, I don't give a shit about this.
Well, what angered me is I didn't have a problem with Pentagon losing the title. The problem I had was Pentagon losing the title 2 days later to the same guy that he beat for the title.
Yeah.
Like, it was just weird. Because I like Austin Aries, but I just thought Pentagon winning was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was a change.
Speaking of which, with Pentagon and them, Lucha Underground Season 4 starts, I think it's June 15th, I want to say. 18th, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I gotta find a place to watch Season 3.
Because I watched an interview with Thunder Rosa, a.k.a. Cobra Moon, and that's when she said that the new season comes out. Somewhere in that area.
Huh.
And I saw the poster, and she's like heavily, like she's right in the middle of it.
Oh, that's good.
So she's heavily on this new season. So that should be very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah. I have to
And
catch up on all the third season.
You talk about tapings, dude. I think that's what really killed Raw and SmackDown for me this week.
That you already knew that it was worth missing?
Well, that I knew. Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I don't like tape shows.
No, I'm usually the same way with. I think that's why they would be very reluctant to ever do a big pay-per-view, like a real big pay-per-view,
like they did back in the day with SummerSlam '92.
I mean, like, look, if you look at it like this, with as long and as late as WrestleMania ends up going,
yeah, like 12 o'clock in the States, like, in the morning.
Yeah, if you
and I
were to
think
say
it's Lance can correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a 4-hour difference or more over there.
Yeah, so if you had to go to like midnight their time, it would be hours, 8 o'clock our time. That's not awful. You know what I mean? Like, it's still doable. Like, it's on a Sunday. I don't know. I mean, oh, hold on. Shit. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, do what you got to do. All right. Yeah, I thought it was 4 hours. So, like, if they were to do one in the UK and it wouldn't get over till like what, 4 in the morning? Like, if they went till midnight on the East Coast for WrestleMania in the States. So, and I think WrestleMania ran 6 hours, close to 7 this year, I think. Because they started at like 5 with the 2-hour pre-show. Yeah. And I don't think it got over in the States till right about midnight or damn near close. Yeah, I can't see them doing that, Lance, if a normal pay-per-view would get over at 4 or 5 in the morning over there. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And more so because back when they did the original SummerSlam in '92, you didn't really have the internet and you didn't have spoilers because they filmed that before, if I'm correct, and they had the whole pay-per-view on a delay. Like, it was filmed ahead of time. If
Probably, yeah.
Don't, like, 100% quote me on that, but I thought that's what it was. It would be interesting to see nonetheless, but I don't know. I'm just not a really, like, big fan of taped shows. Even the NXT stuff, I try to stay away from because they tape it, I'm pretty sure, a month in advance. That kind of, like, turns me off, even though I really like NXT.
Yeah.
I haven't caught NXT television in some time. They just haven't really... I don't want to say... You there, dude?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I try to catch certain segments. Like, I go back and watch certain things. Like, I didn't this week only because I've just been packing and stuff. But, I usually go back and I try to watch, like, the big segments. I try to watch the people I like. As far as sitting down and watching it, no.
I like the takeovers better.
Oh, absolutely. But it's like, it sucks that I'm so conditioned that I'll watch most of Raw, but I won't watch most of NXT. And NXT is just, in all ways, is so much better.
Lance is telling me that it's a 4-hour difference over there, so their normal pay-per-views don't get done till 4 or 5 in the morning, but he said their fans are rabid. They would do it. But like I was saying while you walked away, it would be a lot harder now because they would have to kind of be on a delay.
Well, even if it just started earlier here in the States.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday.
Because you remember SummerSlam 92 was on a delay.
Yeah.
It was either that or they like did the whole show and then you saw the show after it was done. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I was 10, so I don't know.
That's true, Lance. He said, for fuck's sake, they just did one in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but that wasn't like a real canon story. I mean, that wasn't like a canon pay-per-view. That
Right,
shit didn't fucking mean anything.
And then they're going back in November.
Yeah, what's that going to be? Greatest Survivor Series? I'm not even joking. I could definitely see that. They're gonna they're gonna want the greatest everything.
They're gonna want the Iron Sheik.
Oh no!
Oh no! I forgot because he's from Iran. Never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say no. That would be a big no.
Kind of like that's why Sammy didn't go.
Yeah, there's no definitive answer on why he didn't go. There's been a couple conflicting things on whether he was asked not to go or whether he said he didn't want to go, just politically. And then there was a story that said he was just told just to stay home.
I figured he was told just to stay home because that would have been like a pain in the ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey. That's sad.
I know, in this day and age. I gotta say, dude, when I watched Raw this past week, the lone bright spot to me was Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. They really, they tore the house down, and I don't know how you feel, but I love these IC title, like, open challenges like they had with Cena with the US title.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed part of that.
I said I love how they're doing the Intercontinental title open challenge deal now.
Oh, me too. Absolutely.
And I said that was kind of one of the lone bright spots on Raw.
Yeah, just wasn't. Shit. They had a audience that had the potential to be amazing, and they just gave such a shitty show.
And to be completely honest, they had like a lot of weird like multi-man and multi-person matches.
I do feel bad that bronze trophy legitimately got broken.
They said that was an accident. That was not supposed to happen.
Bro, that was a beautiful trophy. I don't know if WWE furnished that trophy or what, but
they better replace that shit.
That thing, that's a nice looking fucking trophy. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That's cool as fuck looking with the swords on the side.
Yeah. Like Lance had said before when he had won that, because, you know, usually when you get a trophy, most of them get broken. He was like, that bitch isn't getting busted over somebody.
Oh. Well, that's a shoot. Like, I have a feeling that's like legitimate precious metals.
Oh, yeah. I will say
coming
this.
From the Saudis?
The one thing that surprised me on Raw was Ziggler and Drew beating Strowman and Finn Balor.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it keeps the feud fresh because Balor took the pin.
Yes, because you wouldn't have believed that Braun could have been beaten.
Yeah, and I also just don't. I think it does more for Balor to lose something like that, as long as they follow it up with him winning eventually.
Yeah.
Because, you know, just winning all the time for a good guy isn't, you know, that's terrible storytelling. Because where's the challenge? You know what I mean?
It's Hogan booking.
Yeah. Nah, you need guys to lose. You need guys in the beginning to lose, you know, just to show that they can be human. So when they do win,
and then eventually with the payoff at the end.
Yeah.
No, that makes absolute sense. My whole concern was just sticking Drew with Ziggler, because every time Ziggler has been put into something, it's just like been like awful. I mean, I like the dude in the ring, but I don't know if he's just going through the motions or what.
What now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I didn't have a problem with the pairing, to be honest.
No, it's different. I will say that.
Instead of him being the legitimate gatekeeper to the roster, meaning everybody has to fight him, now he tags up with one of them. And this is a guy who was on the main roster before.
Yeah.
I think they're a good combination. He's just a big, fucking nasty, I don't want to say monster, but like just a beast. And then you have Dolph, who's Dolph Ziggler.
He's more of the worker, as you would say, of the bunch or the group.
Yeah, but I would even give that just narrowly because of how good of a worker Drew McIntyre is. It's definitely not a Shawn and Diesel situation.
Right.
Because, I mean, Galloway can put on a 5-star match.
No, I agree with that.
So, no, I think they're a good package. Galloway's like a larger Ziggler in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So,
dude, I'm looking at the Money in the Bank ladder match, like who's going to be in it, and there's a ton of guys in it.
Well, it's only one from the New Day.
I know, but at the end, there's going to be 8 guys.
Yeah, I think that's the largest that they've had in a while.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm looking at it right now. Here's the ones that are in it. It's Bobby Roode, Strowman, Baylor, KO, Rusev, The Miz, one from the New Day, and either Big Cass or Samoa Joe. I thought that was interesting. Like, that's a really, like, who's who.
I'm going to say it's going to be Samoa Joe.
I think so.
Daniel Bryan's going to somehow interfere in it because you're not going to have Daniel Bryan not have a match at the pay-per-view.
I agree.
It's going to be him versus Big Cass.
And maybe they'll have a stipulation or something. That's a very good point, Lance. He said, can Strowman actually climb a ladder and it not buckle with his size?
I legitimately do not have an answer to that question.
But that's a very valid question.
They're probably legitimately going to need a reinforced ladder in that match. And that's probably where all the spots are going to happen. Like when Big Show was in, when they brought in that super industrial ladder.
It makes sense.
Because I believe the weight capacity of even a heavy-duty 6 to 8 foot ladder is like 350.
So I thought. I personally
or 300.
hope that Big E is the one from the New Day to get in the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, not a hell of a long time ago, thought I heard something, I don't remember from where, that they were considering splitting the New Day up because they're kind of beginning to run their course.
Yeah, their merch is starting to go down.
And give Big E a big singles push, which I wouldn't be against.
No, I think he's the most talented out of all the three. Or I should say, has the most, like, future.
Yeah, because I think if they were all the same age, I think Kofi's just naturally gifted. They really don't let Xavier really wrestle.
When he's had good matches. Look at the match he had with Cesaro last week.
Yeah.
I agree, Lance. He said they ran their course last year, but the thing was, they were still really selling merch, and now it's kind of slowed down and stuff, so they're probably going to make a move with them at some point.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense, but I think what's going to happen is it's going to end up ruining all three of them the way that WWE books it.
Yep.
Because it's probably going to be Big E turning heel, attacking both of them. Then eventually you have Big E who's turns heel and his minor heel push. And now you have a two-man tag team that's just like everybody else.
It's true.
So
I agree with you, dude. It's, you know how they book, man. It's just, it's weird.
No, I don't even know why. I would think that Vince McMahon knows what he's doing, like, because I hate the people who try to say that they know more than, better than Vince, and by no means that's not what I'm trying to do. It boggles my mind, like, why they suppress things that could make them more money, like, especially when there's never been an end goal. There's very few examples to be like, oh, see, like, we were worrying for nothing.
Right, I got you.
Like, can you think of any payoffs to where we were like, oh, that's where Vince was going. Like, now I see it. No.
Not lately.
I can't think of a time. It's been... It's true. It's been years.
I want to ask your honest opinion on this because I know I saw differing opinions on Facebook. Your thoughts on Big Cass's promo to open SmackDown?
Listen, man. I thought that was awful. I thought he was cringy. I don't know. It was a bad promo to begin with, I think, verbally. Like, I don't think that was entirely his fault, but I don't think he delivered it very well. I
don't want to, bash the guy, but, I said before, if you can't have a good match, or at least a decent match with Daniel Bryan in the ring with, that's, pretty bad. You're not going to do well.
Oh, and I want to make this absolutely abundantly clear. I was a big fan of Big Cass. I was very cool with him turning heel and seeing where he was going and being okay that he was green. Based on that promo, I don't think he's got it. Maybe it's because I'm from New York and I hate people with that fucking Queens accent.
That could very well be it.
And I don't think that promo was so good. I've seen a select few people say that it was really, really, really good. I watched it back and I'm like, I just don't see it.
Yeah, How about either.
You? Okay.
I hate, I'm wondering if he's just not the same since he came back from the injury. You know what I mean? Where you're not physically there yet.
Yeah, absolutely learning what that is like.
Yeah, so I'm trying to, cut him some slack. Maybe they have a match with him and Bryan at Money in the Bank, a stipulation or something.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think this can be a regular...
Hey, it's a one-on-one again.
Yeah, they're going to have to, let Big Cass win this time, right? You would think.
Yeah. Which I told you, the thing that shocked me last week was they let Rusev beat Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is because Rusev did the cardinal sin with WWE. He pulled a Zack Ryder.
Well, no. A lot of that was also because he cut his hair without telling them.
Well, that too. But you get what I'm saying. He got over without the machine.
Well, they made a lot of money on them fucking shirts.
Oh, I know they did.
But I've heard that they kind of want to drop the whole Rusev Day gimmick, but only because they feel that that's a mid-level gimmick, and they kind of want to give him a push, kind of like how he used to be, a more serious heel. But
focus
I
on
leave him
him.
the way he was because, in my opinion, he's one of the most, if not the most, over guy on the show.
Yeah, but he's still over with such a shitty gimmick. Like, you can't make that a main eventer.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
So I like the idea that if they're gonna cut it back and push him as a main eventer with a serious gimmick, then I'm cool with that. Like, if they told Zack Ryder, okay, we're killing Z, like True Long Island Stories, and he came back with a super push, like at least like a super mid-card push, like heavily featured,
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. If they wanted, like, okay, like, let's put this fucking B-rate stuff aside and let's get serious, I'd be cool with that.
No, I can understand that. We didn't get to talk about this yet. Video has surfaced while WWE has been overseas. I don't know if they're back home yet. But of Ronda Rousey performing in a tag match.
Yeah, that didn't look too good.
I will say this. The judo throws looked pretty cool. Like, but you can't like consistently do that. And then the punches she threw were really bad.
Yeah, and it's like, look, I think she has the potential.
Oh, she showed at WrestleMania she can do it, and do it in a very exciting way.
I truly think she has the potential to be a star at this. I mean,
I agree.
I think that it's just going to come with repetition.
And you're absolutely right. It's just like the more you get comfortable in the ring, just doing it over and over again to where you're not even thinking about it. You're just doing it.
And to all the people who say she doesn't deserve to be in the main event and blah, 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 or she doesn't deserve to be fighting for a championship, look, wrestling is a entertainment. It's not a sport. It's not the same thing as all of a sudden, like, me and you getting picked to go play for, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's about who's going to put asses in seats.
That's exactly it.
Or who's going to turn on the TV or put the pay-per-view on because so-and-so is there.
I mean, that Today's Show calls and says, hey, can you send us somebody? You send the women's champion Nia Jax, or do you send the women's champion Ronda Rousey? It's like, who's fucking the Today Show gonna want?
Exactly.
People are gonna pay for that because, or watch, get eyes on the product because of Ronda Rousey. Ain't nobody watching that because of Nia Jax. And that's just a harsh reality people need to, realize. She's already a draw.
And she's doing it from what WWE always wants, the casual fan.
Yeah.
Or the fan that is maybe likes MMA more, or was a Ronda Rousey fan and will come and watch just because they like Ronda Rousey.
Oh, absolutely. Ain't nobody on TMZ talking about Ruby Riott.
Unfortunately, no.
I mean, this is just the way that it is. I mean, these people, Sarah Logan isn't going to the ESPN Awards. So to have Ronda Rousey go to an award show with the WWE Women's title on her shoulder in mainstream America would look very good.
Yeah, that's true. Because they were at not an award show. They were at the that TV, like, it's like I forget what it's called, where they showed Ronda and Nia Jax, basically where Nia Jax challenged her.
Yeah.
It's like a cable, like a hobnob kind of thing, like where you sell your show or, some shit like that. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on it too. I knew what it was when you started talking, and then it just slipped my mind.
Yeah, but they had her and like Charlotte and Nia Jax and a bunch of other like bigger name people there because you're trying to sell your product.
Yeah.
So only thing that was head scratching to me is, and I never remember this in recent memory, watching wrestling is the champion challenging someone.
Yeah.
But that's just nitpicking.
I just thought it was weird that they had them do that there, and not be live, like on Raw, to have this announced. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I know it just happened to be the same day that they happened to be in London.
I think they did it more for publicity.
Oh, absolutely. Like, there were more eyes on that fucking NBC thing that they were doing than would have been on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm pretty sure that if they were in America, they would have been on Raw that night to promote that fight.
Oh, most definitely. I also wanted to talk to you about this. I don't know if you had heard about it. There's been rumors going around that NBC Universal wants to keep Monday Night Raw, but it doesn't want SmackDown.
But they're apparently willing to pay triple the price for Raw.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to it then if I was Vince.
That's why the stock went up to a record high today.
I kind of figured that.
Yeah, it's over 51, so they got a pretty good market projection from what I'm told.
Here's my question. If SmackDown does get the boot off of NBC Universal, where do you see them going?
I don't know if Fox would take just SmackDown.
That was my thought. I don't know if they would do just that. Because they're not going
with
to
Fox behind them, they try to compare. I don't know. It depends on how much Vince would let them compete shows, because they would be competition.
Right, and I
Legitimate
can't
competition.
see Fox putting SmackDown on their main channel. You know what I mean?
Also think, this could be something that I'm just completely making up in my own head, but if I'm owning a station and my rival station has like another brand, I don't know how much I would like mixed branded pay-per-views.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it's just all talk.
No. I'm just curious on like the nuances of how something like that would work.
Yeah, no, I just mean maybe it's just NBC Universal blowing smoke up people's ass.
No, you don't. They're not really in the position to do that when everybody has investors and stuff like that. They gotta be. If there's word out that they're already looking to bid more money on Raw, then there's legitimate word out that there's issues with SmackDown. It's business. It's highly possible. That it doesn't surprise me.
Because see, and this isn't a knock on SmackDown, but let's just play like devil's advocate here. If Fox bought the rights to have SmackDown on their network, like I said, I can't see them putting SmackDown on network television.
No, it'd probably be like Fox Sports 1.
Or FX.
Maybe FX, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Because remember, every report out there was that Fox was getting ready to dump UFC.
Yes.
That's another interesting thing to find out where they're going to go.
I forget who was interested in them.
Was it ABC?
Oh, I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
I only heard it once, so but yeah, it's weird. I'm pretty sure
Lance
Fox
brings
just
up a
wants
good
out.
point. He said that, I know it's obviously different, but he said that the NFL is on all different stations. He thinks it could work.
Oh, it's highly possible. I don't know anything about that though. It's I don't know how to put it, but no, he's right. I didn't think of that.
It'd be interesting to see nonetheless.
Yeah.
Well, because back in the day, WWF at the time had their mostly primetime wrestling and stuff like that on USA Network, and then they ran the Saturday Night's Main Event once a month on NBC Universal. Obviously, that's a little different, but...
Well, yeah, and then they had SmackDown on UPN while Raw was on USA.
Yeah, which was WB, basically.
Maybe it was the... Wait. Well, no. When SmackDown first started, it was...
Oh, no, you're right. It was on UPN originally. I take it back. And then it became WB.
Yeah. And then something happened, but I just remember seeing the old logos for SmackDown on UPN 9.
I remember when SmackDown first came on, because it was in, like, 01, because I was a senior in high school. Yeah, and it was, the irony is Jim Cornette was the commentator on the very first show.
Oh, that's funny.
It's weird how you remember certain things like that.
Yeah, bro, we're old.
Well, what happened, I had gotten my wisdom teeth pulled. So I was like all doped up watching the first episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Like, if I watch it, I'll remember it. Cause
I don't
know
remember
I watched it.
anything that happened on it. I just remember, you know what I mean?
I know Droz got paralyzed, but they never add that.
Was it on that very first show?
Pretty sure. I'm pretty certain Droz got paralyzed on the first episode during the taping.
He still lives around here.
Oh, word?
He lives right before you get to Atlantic City.
Oh, that's cool.
He still, you know, has issues, but he has like this cool like almost like an ATV kind of like that he rides around in, so he can go like fishing and hunting and shit like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like he's gotten, as years went by, he's able to use his hands now and arms and stuff, but that's all he can use.
Yeah, thank God, but, you know, at least that's something.
Absolutely. Lance said it's almost like a tank. Because I've seen pictures of it.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, I'm glad he can...
You know, he's able to still be, like, productive and, you know, do things where he's not just, you know, stuck in a bed all day.
No, I agree. Absolutely. I can't imagine what that therapy has been like to get to where he is.
Oh, my God. Because I saw a piece on it that he has, like, a caregiver with him basically 24/7.
I'd lose my fucking mind.
Oh, dude. I couldn't even imagine. I would go, like, stir crazy.
That's nuts. That's not for me.
No. Not at all. But on that note, we're going to get out of here for tonight. Don't forget to check out our social media stuff. You can find it at facebook.com/American Sports Connection. Or on Twitter at ASCPods. Instagram is at American Sports Connection. You can see our entire library on B Plus Player Radio. Best way to do it is on Twitter at B Plus Radio. And don't forget to check out our sponsors, the Squared Circle Magazine. You can find them on Twitter at TSC Wrestling Mag. Use promo code ASCPOD and you can get 10% off your order. Real quick, Rye, what are you most excited for on your vacation?
Getting the fuck away from New York. You want the God's honest truth? Having no phone signal. For some people, that's a scary feeling. For me, that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Hold on, I'll have to send you like 50 million like spoilers for wrestling.
Because I'm going to get them all when I get to Wi-Fi. I'm going to be very angry.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
Now, the last cruise I went on, Shane McMahon came back, and that fucking idiot.
I know,
Anthony,
that's why I said
whatever the hell
that.
his name was. Yeah, I tell him I didn't. He's like, did you see Raw? No, I'm on a cruise. I didn't see anything.
Spoil
Please don't tell me. Shane McMahon came back. What? Like like you're kidding me, right? No, he came back and he had an awesome ovation. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, how do you ruin the biggest thing to happen? Like, I just told you. You were like, oh, you didn't see it? No, I didn't see it. Fucking people.
Oh my god. But on that note, we're getting out.
I'll talk to everybody in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Well, I won't be here next week, so I'll
yeah, that's right.
So I'll
Enjoy
be
your
back
time.
here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right.
On that note, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff, and we'll see you back next time. Have a good night.